Hey everyone, I wanted to show you how to go about getting started on the project. So if you go into announcements, I posted it there and I'll show you real quick, take a look at it. You can go into project as posted and click on the stats project. You should read this just so you get some information on how everything works. You can also access it in your files directory. So maybe if I click on student view, it'll make it easier to see exactly what you see. I'm going to go to files and I'm going to go to important documents and it's the stats project. So you should click on this and you should download this and you can work directly into this program. So I'm going to download it real quick and we'll work on it from there, or at least start on it. If you don't have Word, you can use what you have in Canvas, or not Canvas, in your banner web. If you log in, when you log into the school, I need to refresh out and log me out. So let me go back and there we go. Okay, so you should be able to access Office 365 if you don't have Word at home. You can click on Office 365 like I just did, and Word is right here. And you can upload what you're working on. Usually it's a drag and drop. Let's see. I'll just say new blank document. And maybe copy and paste it. Let's try that. That one. So I'm going to highlight it all. This is for students that don't have Word. I'm doing a little bit extra to illustrate how you can do it. And then right click it and say copy. And then we'll come over to this and we will paste it and click and paste. So you may have to install something to do it. I'll add it. And now it says I can do it. I'll come back over to my document thing and I will do it again. It did not work. Let's try it again. Let's try Control V. Why is it not working? Copy. Oh, okay, it did work. And you can edit it in there, okay? I'm not going to do that. I'm going to use the Word document. All right, so we've got the Word document right here. And let me go back up to the top. And the first, you should read through this. It explains what I'm doing a little bit. And to be clear, you can take the survey yourself if you want to. I gave it out earlier. It will not be added to the current data set. But for now, you should click on this link to locate my group. If you're not logged, you should log into StatCrunch or MyMathLab as well. I'm going to click on StatCrunch to show that make sure that I log into it. And I'm going to do visit the StatCrunch website. This is all from MyMathLab. So now I'm logged into it on this tab right here. This is where the tab was. I'm gonna notice it's all grayed out. I can close it again and come here and re-click it now that I'm logged in. Oh, since it's my group, I can't do it. It'll normally say join group right around over here. It'll say join group. Once you've joined group, you can click on this and it will take you to the data set. Now, this time it's managed to save the header row. Notice these. Let's see if I can annotate on it. I can. Notice that the row up here, this stuff right there, is the same as row number 1. I put row number 1 in there just in case it didn't do it. Since it does do it, what we need to do to get rid of that row, we don't want that row there. We're going to do edit rows, and you're going to do this. I'm not changing the data set because it's good to learn how stuff works in real life. We'll click delete. And it says no rows are selected. To select a row, do one of the following. Click on a row number. Okay, I'll click on the row number. And then I'll click compute and it'll delete that row. Now that it's deleted the row, our data sets stuff we can work with. Response ID is the order that they came in. And in the survey or in the stats project, you'll see what each of these columns represent. It's a different question. The height, they were asked to give their feet or their height in inches. And if they didn't give their height in inches, they should write it as like if you're 5'9". Why can I write here? Move this. Someone that's not working. Data. My pen might be out of battery. Yep. If you're 5'9" and you don't compute, you should write your number as 5.09. That's not going to work for us in terms of what we're doing. So we need to go through and actually calculate what that means. A foot is 12 inches. So what you're going to do is you're going to take the 5 feet and you're going to multiply by 12. And that'll give you 60. And then we're going to add the 9 inches. And so someone that's 5'9" is 69 inches. And we'll go ahead and change that entry when we see it. So like this one right here, there we go. That one right there says 5.9. They should have said 5.09. 5.9, we need to change that to 69. And you need to go through and do this to everyone that's got a low number. 5'7", we got to change it. 5 foot is 60. 60 plus 7 is 67. So I'll change that. And you got to go down the height list. And for everything that's not in between like 40 inches and 80 inches, they did the foot thing and you need to change it. Once you're done, let me clear the writing on the screen real quick. Once you're done, you want to go ahead and click on data and save. I recommended changing the name, maybe CSI Stats Project, my project, or my stats project, and click save. This is once you've done all of them, or anytime you change it and you want to change stuff, you can do that anytime. Data save will save your work so far. And just, you can overwrite the same file. Once you're done, you'll have it. To access it, let's say you log off and you want to come back and work on it later on. From my math lab, you click on StatCrunch. You click on the visit the StatCrunch website. And you're going to want to click on my data. Okay. So let me, oops, share screen again. Let's do the annotate again. So my data is right there. That's what I'm going to click on. So let's click on it. And that's, I did it right here. This is what yours will show up as, my whatever name you give it, it'll be right there. And you can click on it and it will do everything you've loaded. Notice I've changed some of these, but I didn't change them all. So once they're all changed to it, notice if you do a graph, let's just pick one. I'll click a graph and say compute. Once I've got a graph, it's in the system. If I do data, properties, data and properties, you can click on edit properties. And let's see. No, it's already saving everything. Good. You don't even need to do edit properties. I'm doing this early in the morning. So let's see. Okay, so I made that graph. I can always re-access it over here with results hidden. If I wanted to look at this later, do data and save. And when you're saving it, tell it to save results that include graphs, etc., and settings. So notice that if I close this and I come back to my data sets and reopen it, like I would if I came back to it later another day, it's got my graph still here. If you've minimized your graphs, you can see them up here in results. You can just choose all the ones you've hidden. This will do graphs, it'll do tables. So as you've computed stuff and you need to reference it later, you can't. When you need to put it in a picture, you save it in the document, you can do options on the image, options, save, or download. Give it a file name like my bar graph, whatever we're going to call it. And let me see what location I saved that in. Show in folder. I saved that in my downloads. Okay. So when in my Word project, if I wanted to upload that, I could do insert pictures for this device. And it should bring up a menu. I saved that in my downloads. And it's my bar graph. I click insert and it puts it in. Okay. So we walked over how to put a picture or a graph in your Word document. We talked about getting into the project, how to save it as your own project, save your graphs and stuff as you're doing it, and how to access it by clicking on StatCrunch and then clicking on my data right here and then choosing the group. Okay. That should be good. That should get you through it. Make sure you read everything. I was pretty clear on everything. And peace. Stop recording.